For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 39 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. In the last episode yesterday, it was getting a little bit difficult. We were having a couple of draws rather than the wins that we've been getting used to so far with this series. And League One seems to be getting a little bit harder as we head towards the second half of the season. We're still only mid to late November, so there's plenty of time for everything to change around. We are still doing very well in the league, currently sat second as we head into this episode behind Walsall. But as you can see, we're playing Yeovil Town today. They've got on loan Jordi Herula from Manchester City up top, alongside of course Alex Letch-Smith, who is a very, very good striker in fact. So it wasn't going to be an easy game, although we are at home, so it would be nice to try and utilise that home advantage. But we get caught kind of, I don't know, not really concentrating at the start of the game, I guess. Letch-Smith is going to play the ball through to Edwards here, drills it near post, and after 1 minute 52 seconds, we find ourselves 1-0 down. Not exactly the way that I wanted to start this game, to be completely honest. A side that we should be beating at home with the sort of form we've been in, but 2 minutes in, we're 1-0 down. We get a free kick here down the side of the box just literally 4 minutes later, in only the 7th minute now. It's going to be Jenkins Chikawi to whip it in, and Tom Elliott's there with the header to bring us back level after just 7 minutes. So I was initially a little bit concerned, and that was offside, but if you watch the replay, there's a guy, you see the defender there next to the man down the wing. He actually played Tom Elliott on. Elliott was beyond the defensive line of all the guys in the middle, but thanks to that extra play we had down the side of the box and the fact that that drew the defender a little bit deeper, we found ourselves actually with Tom Elliott being onside, which is fantastic. We're going to try and make it 2-1 here if we can, but I can't quite squeeze it underneath the goalkeeper. We stayed on level terms as we headed into the second half, but we were on top as well in the second half. An hour in now, as you can see, Kwesi Appiah plays the ball down the line for Michael Woods, does the fake shot and then turns inside, and well, there isn't much doubt there whether that was a penalty or not. A clear swipe of both of his legs, and Sokolik is actually going to get himself booked here. Question whether that could be a red card, although I'm not really too sure. You could have argued as to whether that was a goal scoring opportunity or not. He was probably about to pull the trigger there, Michael Woods, but no doubt that it was definitely a foul and a penalty. So Kwesi Appiah is going to step up, going to go top right, and keeper went the right way, but couldn't get there. 2-1 we lead in the 62nd minute, and after going 1-0 down very early on, I have to say I was delighted to have actually turned it around eventually as we headed towards the end of the game and be in a leading position. We're actually going to get another chance here. Mistake by the defender. Kwesi Appiah is in, goes down. Now, if you saw the defender's arms there as they were running in on the box, he gave one tug, let it go, and then tugged again. You see, that initial tug there was outside the box. Then he grabs hold of the shirt for a second time, and that's what makes Kwesi go to ground. So the initial foul, I suppose, was outside the area, but the second larger foul, more obvious foul, was inside the box. Referee gave a pen. Kwesi puts away his second of the game, second penalty of the game as well. And we get a 3-1 lead and ultimately a 3-1 victory as well. Delighted to have come away with that result, considering the way we started the game. I think if we hadn't have got that quick equaliser, that game could have been a lot different, but to have levelled it out so sharpish after they'd gone 1-0 in front, I think went in definitely in our favour. We head into the second game of the episode, and it's a local derby. We always seem to be coming up in all of the cup games so far this year against teams that are in the league we were in last year. Northampton, of course, in League 2, a local derby as well, so they're travelling not far down the road to come here to the Abbey Stadium. But in the Capital One Cup, we played Newport County, who were obviously in the league below us this year and were in the same league as us last year. Of course, we won League 2 in League 1. In Season 1, sorry, and of course we lost that game, so I was definitely not going to be complacent in this one against Northampton. We have played Southend earlier on in this competition as well, who are also in the league below us, so we definitely know that we can beat League 2 opposition so far this season, and we're still doing very well in League 1, so obviously we know that we have the capabilities within our side to be able to do what we need to do to get ourselves through to the next round. But in the opening minutes again, Tony plays through Richards here, and this time rather than going near post, he's gone across the goal, and that is the top finish, and we find ourselves 1-0 down at home in the early minutes yet again for the second game in a row. And whilst obviously we'll have taken confidence from the way we turned around the game in against Yeovil, I was kind of put out by the fact that I'd gone 1-0 down again, but Kwesi Appiah steals it off the defender from the throw-in and turns it so beautifully, and a lovely finesse shot finish as well to bring us back level just after the half-hour mark. So 1-1 as we headed into the second half, and it was actually very late on by the time the next clear-cut opportunity came. Adam Armstrong racing through here, skips past the challenge, probably could have gone down and won a penalty there had he actually done so, but stayed on his feet, credit to him for doing so, and wins the corner for us. Couldn't quite squeeze it underneath the goalkeeper. Jenkins Chikoe whips it in, and there's the second substitute that came on just a couple of minutes ago as well. Robbie Simpson, I put him on at CDM in fact, because he can play in that centre-mid holding role, and he comes on, scores a header to give us a 2-1 lead as we're heading 10 minutes from time. And then Northampton stepped it up again, trying to get themselves back in it, as the CPU tends to do a lot this year. As you can see, a lot of men flying forward, but we pick it off, Paul Downing, and he's going to play the ball through to Adam Armstrong. And the CPU always seems to leave themselves open in situations like this, with only leaving one man back. They just automatically go straight to all-out attack, and the amount of times we've caught teams on the counter-attack like that so far this year in career mode is just unbelievable. So we go 3-1 up for the second game in a row, although of course this time no 2 penalties to do so. But Kwesi Appiah has a brace yet again. Lovely ball over the top here. Mistake by Josh Colson, the defender, and they rattle the ball off the bar. So close to getting themselves a goal back here in stoppage time. And had they done so, it might have given the game a really nervy end, because they're still continuing to come forward. Tozer here is going to play a ball in again. Carter this time with a first-time volley and a second glorious chance in second half stoppage time. They could quite easily have gotten themselves level had they taken those 2 chances, but alas they didn't. We took our chances. A 3-1 win for the second game in a row and progression through to the third round of the FA Cup. So hoping for a money-spinning Premier League team in the third round. We'll have to wait and see what happens, of course. But as it's Monday, we will have a squad report at the end of the episode. Of course, as always, if you want to have a look at any particular player's stats in any further detail, then feel free to pause the video, and then you can do just that. And of course, if you missed anything out throughout the week on the channel or over the weekend, then check the channel page for that. Of course, 2 episodes of My Play went up over the weekend, and 2 episodes of this series. There was a Liverpool career mode series that got uploaded earlier on this afternoon, of course, because it's Monday. If you don't know what and when I upload, there is a schedule in the description of every single video and on the About tab of the channel page, so you will find out exactly what videos go live and when if you check that schedule. Of course, CM1 is the Liverpool career mode, and CM2 is this career mode Road to Glory, and then of course the My Player is rather self-explanatory. But I hope to be streaming tonight. Of course, if I do so, I will remember this time to upload the little notification video on YouTube. But if you follow me on Twitch, you'll find a link in the description. You'll actually get an email notification when I do go live. And also, if you follow me on Twitter, I tweet out numerous times throughout the evening when I am actually live, so you can come across and check out a career mode stream tonight if that's something that you might like to do. But of course, drop this video a like if you enjoyed, as always, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're getting close now to, in fact, we may have hit 44,000 by the time you see this. I'm not entirely too sure. I'm recording this afternoon, and I'm currently 21 subs away from 41k, or from 44k. So we may have hit it by 8 PM tonight. We may not have hit it by 8 PM tonight. If we have, thank you very much for the milestone. If we haven't, and you're new, subscribe and help me get there. But yeah, that will bring today's video to a close, guys. So you can see a lot of players growing quite nicely right now. But I'll leave you with the league table, of course. The next game actually is a very important one for Wednesday's episode. The semi-final in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, or the area semi-final, sorry. Then you get the area final, then the national final. So we're 3 games or 2 games away from a Wembley final. Shrewsbury currently sit 9th in the league, so they of course came up with us from League 2 in the last season, so I'm definitely confident of being able to get past them. The question is, can we do it? Because as you've seen in the past 2 episodes today, I am in the run of form where I'm conceding a goal early on, so I'll have to try and put that to a close, or put that to an end in the next game. But we have regained top spot in the league, which is fantastic, and still undefeated. But that will bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Check all of my social media links in the description down below, and I'll see you next time.